welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Rachel Amma, and I did reveal this huge big thing in my life, hence the love hearts. I'm gonna put it here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Yeah, I know if you have me on Instagram, then you guys would have found out. But if you don't have me on Instagram, then maybe you didn't find out. I'm still keeping my personal life kind of relatively private. I don't want to keep secrets and hide stuff, but I also, for my sanity, like to keep an element of privacy in my personal life. But yeah. I'm doing more of the like chill, what I eat in a day, hang out with me at home. I'm dressed because I just went and got some more food at the supermarket so that I can make some delicious food. And I did my food shop nice and safe for anyone who's wondering. I have to food shop every week/10 days is kind of how long we're going at the minute between getting food and having enough food. But that seems to be like 10 days max stretch, big shop, which is not how I normally shop. I actually normally shop the other way around. I'm like a frequent shopper normally to reduce food waste. So this is completely different. Like we're buying food to last 10 days. I'm not used to that. Anyway, welcome to my channel. It's gonna be quite a chill one. I think I got lipstick. So yeah, I made the announcement. I shared it with the world. I do like to keep my life quite private, my personal life. I share so much. I find it really important to keep elements of my life quite private. As much as I wanted to share it, because I share so much with you guys, and I felt like I was keeping a secret for the longest time, which was not my intention. I didn't want to keep a secret. I actually felt really weird about it. Some of you guys were kind of guessing in the videos, because there's only so long you can hide a bump when your bump starts getting bigger. And it started getting bigger. I am pregnant. God, it feels weird saying that out loud. Sometimes life just happens, and life happened in here. So, I said on my Instagram, I don't know if I'm going to do a Q&A, if I'll do a Q&A, when I'll do a Q&A, might do a Q&A, talk a bit about it. And obviously it's quite a scary time to be pregnant. Also, I had a question asking if I wasn't ill before, I was just pregnant. I did have a virus in January while I was pregnant. So that was extra scary, which I didn't share. I just told you guys that I had the virus, but I didn't actually say I was pregnant too, because that was a very, very scary time. I'm smiling now just to kind of like ease the drama that was going on at the time. But I actually do want to talk about that experience, but I'm waiting to have a test to see what the virus was, like an antibody test. Excuse me, that happens a lot now. And once I have an antibody test, then I'll know what I had and I can share my story. But until I know officially, I don't really want to share until I know officially what was going on. Anyway, today's video is a really chill one. We're going to make some food, delicious vegan food. I'm going to do a recipe from my book probably, because it's a really delicious one. Also, it was Good Friday and ackee comes in mind. So I've actually got some help filming that. Then we'll make some din-dins. And it's just a very chill video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to hang out with me for the day. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Boom, 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 boom. It's lunchtime, and I want to make one of my favorite recipes. I was thinking about my grandma, and in here, Rachel Amma's Vegan Eats, over 100 vegan recipes, delicious recipes, simple recipes, a little bit more complicated recipes for the showstopper food, everything in here. Yeah. I've got a recipe for ackee and saltfish, as we know is Jamaica's national dish. I didn't want to give that up when I went vegan, so I made a vegan-friendly version, which I've called ackee no saltfish, in my book. So if you have my book, you can make it. I'm just trying to find it in here. I actually have ackee on multiple occasions in this book, because... Also, my camera person here didn't actually know that ackee was a fruit. So if you don't know what ackee is, it's a fruit, and it's very poisonous if you try and force them open. So they need to be opened very delicately with someone who knows what they're doing with ackee. Oh, found it. Okay, so this is the ackee and no saltfish. So here it is in the book. If you have my book, you can cook it with me. In the book, I've had it with dumplings to keep it authentic, but I don't really feel like making dumplings today. And I want to do something very hearty, very delicious. I'm obviously going to add some plantain. My grandma used to always give me plantain and bacon. It was like the sweet salty combination growing up that I used to love. So what I'm gonna make with the vegan ackee no salt fish, I add a few ingredients that make it kind of salty, so it's kind of got like a sea-like feeling. We're gonna have some plantain, we're gonna have some baked beans, maybe some salad. Just make a whole big feast from my book for lunch, because we're at home, guys. It's time to treat yourselves. Make delicious food. Make my delicious food. Rachel Lamb's Vegan Eats. I'm plugging my book too much, I'm sorry. First ingredient I'm going to use is obviously ackee. I'm not in Jamaica, I'm not in a tropical country, so I can't buy it fresh. So you get it tinned. If you want to get it tinned, Tesco, Sainsbury's superstores have it, and then you just want to go to markets where there's all the, you know, plantain, tropical fruits, mangosteen, all that kind of fun market stuff. You'll find ackee. It's quite expensive right now though. Quarantine or just the inflation or...
Dun, dun, dun.
It's all a mystery, just like 5G. So we also got some baked beans. And then instead of fish, salt fish, I like to use heart of palm. Now if you have fresh heart of palm, again, I don't live in a tropical country, so we don't grow it here in the UK. Fresh is best. But if you can get it tinned, Green Giant, which you can again get at like Sainsbury's, Tesco's, or you can sub it out for some jackfruit because it's got that same like saltiness that you can manipulate the flavor and make it really, really tasty. Obviously, plantain, platano, and then we've got some fresh peppers, tomatoes. We're gonna whiz that all up, jazz it up, simple, delicious, let's go. We haven't got any spring onions. I'd normally add spring onions, but I have red onions. Again, I'd wanna add scotch bonnet, but I didn't get one. I should have got scotch bonnet. If you don't have chili, add like cayenne pepper. That would be lovely. Cool, so I've got my red onion and I'm just gonna finely chop that up. Actually, I might just slice it. Yeah, I'm gonna slice it. It's a little bit easier. Slice up your red onion. I got a really weird question the other day. Actually, every now and again I get a weird question on my YouTube comments, and it was, do I wash my vegetables? Yes, I do wash my vegetables, just thought I'd let you know. I just don't normally film the washing as it's quite tedious. But anyway, I'm gonna finally chop up my peppers. You can. So I've got a red pepper and a yellow pepper, and I'm gonna finely slice these up. You cut the pepper 4 times around the outside like a square. It just makes it a bit easier for you to take the seeds out, and then you just finely chop the pepper down. Then again, just around the pepper 4 ways. It just makes it so much easier when you're chopping up your red peppers, any peppers.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hurt you?
Oh. Oh, are we?
We're filming.
Oh! Because my chopping board is kind of titchy, I'm just going to start off by sauteing our onions and our peppers. Now, I don't want them too soft. I like a bit of a bite in my veggies. So we are going to cook them off first. So get the pan nice and warm with the oil. Once it's heated up, we're going to add in this. And you could add garlic as well. I'll just be honest with you guys, since it's out in the open. Because of this, I hate garlic. Yep. Rachel, the garlic queen, hates garlic. This hates garlic. This in here, garlic. So we don't do garlic in this house anymore. Hopefully my love for garlic comes back. So anyway, no one cared about that. Let's go. We get that lovely, lovely sizzle and all the colourful peppers. Love it. Try it.
That's that, huh?
Try it.
Yeah, that one's hot stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice hot. You hear that? That one's hot still. That one's hot. You need a second.
Huh?
You need a sec. You need to catch your... So we found a chili. You need some water.
No.
So while the onions and the peppers, they're cooking off nice on a low heat, I'm just going to chop up this chili. It's super hot, so I'm going to make it nice and small, and I do want a nice fragrant kick, so I'm going to leave the seeds in there. Then I'm just going to add in a nice generous pinch of salt. I've also got some black pepper. Then we are going to mix these up. Then I've got some fresh, juicy tomatoes, and we're going to cut those up pretty small into little chunks. So I'm going to add in the tomatoes. They're going to make it like nice and fresh and juicy. Then I've got some fresh thyme, and you're going to add that too. If you only have dry thyme, that's fine. You can use both. Mix it in, and we're good. Now we got the magic ingredients. The ackee, pet hate, when it's not fresh and it is in a tin, it can mush up really easily. So you don't want to add it in and start mixing it and turning it into mush. It's my pet hate. You still want some texture in there. So we're going to add that at the last second. And we're going to add in the heart of palm. Now, if you don't know what heart of palm is, it's actually the inside of a palm tree. When I was in Costa Rica, I saw trucks of heart of palm literally everywhere, and it tastes so much better than tin. But for this recipe, tin's delicious, you're fine. So it looks like, as you can imagine, the palm tree. This will be in the middle bit. Then if you open it up, you have these different layers, and it's really fun for mimicking fish, and it's slightly salty, and you just want to kind of break it apart. So you can cut it up, or you can just use your hands and roughly pull it apart. I don't like it too fine. I still want to get a little bit of texture in there. Alternatively, you can So this is what ackee looks like. It kind of looks like brains. You just want to be really fragile with it. And it's very buttery in flavor and texture. It looks weird, but it's delicious. I normally get Dunn's River ackee. This one is a different one because there was no Dunn's River ackee left. I'm gonna test it out today. Prefer Dunn's River. If you can get Dunn's River ackee, that is the ackee you want to get. So we're going to put our heart of palm straight in with the rest. Like I said, the ackee last. And there's a couple magic ingredients that are going to make it a little bit salty since we're not actually using fish. One of which is just some soy sauce or tamari. And on top of that, I do normally also add in a little bit of nori flakes because then you get like that seafood flavor. And it's really nutritious, but I don't have any at the minute. Still going to be delicious without. But if you do have it, it's a very nice seafood treat. I got soy sauce on my, that is soy sauce, isn't it? These little, if I rub it, it will, see, I know I should have worn a different color.
I can't even focus on it because it's that small. Let's move on, shall we?
Ah! The soy sauce stain. Platano. Give me a song. It does. Plantain, platano. I get quite a few questions about how to have sweet plantain. This one is. Wait, we've got another one. Here are 2 examples. Most of you guys watching this already know. I'm probably like, yeah, we get it. But anyone who is new to plantain, this one's gotten way more ripe. My R's and W's, they play games. So this one's more ripe. Thank you. It's because it's browner, it's black. And like, you know, with a banana, I don't like bananas that are like this, but plantain like this is the sweeter. This is where the sugars are. So when you cook it, it's a lot sweeter and you'll get more of a browner outer layer and a softer sweetness. One like this, it's still not green banana, but it's a little bit more starchy and it's still gonna be sweet and delicious. And at the moment, I feel like this one as opposed to a nice, really sweet one. What, cameraman, what do you want?
Fry it all the same.
Just fry it all the same. So that's a little bit of help because I actually get asked this a lot. These are the colors. Really sweet, kind of sweet. So you just want to take off the outer layer. Then I like to cut in these kind of thickish. This is the money. This is this is the money. Actually, the color it is right now, you could make patacones like this. It takes a bit more time, but I want like plantain, fried sweet plantain. Whew, the money. So you just want to get some hot oil. You can bake these in the oven if you don't want to cook with oil. And then So you just want to cook those on a low simmer till they brown. Flip them over, brown, then you are good to go. Meanwhile, we're going to make some beans. I got some beans, some Sainsbury's organic beans. You can make homemade beans. I have a recipe in my book for homemade beans, but in the case of just wanting some quick baked beans, we got those too. It's all coming together. Sexy.
No.
So as you might be able to see over here, the edges are a little bit brown. Would you like to have a little look, sir? You can see here we've got a little bit of brown in. So hopefully when we turn it over, oh, that is sexy. Let's do it again. Oh. So then we got some vegan sausages. These are Sainsbury's Shroom Dogs. They're personally my favorite vegan sausages. Then you want to gently add in the ackee. Now we're going to mix this, but incredibly gently and only a few times, just to merge it all together. So I've mixed it in, and now just to make sure it gets some heat and we cook it a little bit, I'm going to pop the lid on, and then the heat's going to heat up the ackee. Rather than like mixing it, having it on a high heat, mix, turn to mush, just pop a lid on, let it cook for a couple of minutes, and then we're good. As I mentioned, I don't have Scotch bonnet, so I am also going to add in a couple chili flakes. But if you had a Scotch bonnet pepper, the spice would be there without. Just a couple chili flakes, just to get like a nice kick to all the fresh ingredients. And then we're going to add in some fresh herbs like parsley and coriander. Got some fried plantain here, vegan sausage, the ackee and in here, and some baked beans. And then I'm gonna add a bagel. We got vegan sausage, baked beans, toasted bagel, ackee, heart of palm, bit of chili flakes, parsley from the garden, spinach, and some fried plantain for lunch. So I'm gonna go and eat this bad boy. The more I take pictures, the colder it gets, and that makes me sad. And then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner. I'm gonna make something big that can last me the next couple of days as well, but this is a real treat. As I said, the recipe's in my book, so I'll leave that down below so you guys can make it if you want to make it. Costume change, we're making dinner. This is me trying to get the cameraman alive. Okay, we're gonna make something really simple for dinner, feeding the family today. So I got this spag bowl the other day. Spag bowl, mince, didn't have lentils, gonna try this out. Really simple. If you want a simple vegan spag bowl recipe, there is a recipe in my cookbook. We're just gonna kind of adapt it with what we have. So you just want to peel your carrot. This carrot was on the way out, so we're going to savor what we can. And then just finely chop it. The finer you chop it, the quicker it's going to cook in the oven. We're going to add a little bit of oil. Once that's started to warm up, we've got our finely cut onions, celery, carrots. Like I say, you can add anything you have left over. This carrot was on the way out. If you've got any veg on the way out, this is the perfect time to just kind of throw them in. A simple vegetable spag bowl. Let's get them in. If you're trying to speed things up, just pop a lid on. So you want your carrots to start to soften. Then I'm going to add in some passata, tomato passata. You could use tin tomatoes, whatever you have. Passata is really nice because it's a lot smoother in a spag bowl. I'm just going to get all that in there. And then on top of that, I'm going to fill this up with water, like probably about that much. And then we're going to add that in. So we get all the tomato juice that's left in there and a little bit more liquid. So with this, we'll get some nice flavor, but I want to add some more flavor. So a couple like tricks with vegan cooking and trying to get more like umami, meaty flavors that aren't really meaty, but it's just a little bit more, is miso paste. You could use a soy-based miso paste. If you don't consume soy, you could use a chickpea-based miso paste. It's just gonna add a layer of richness that you wouldn't get without it. Alternatively, you could use sun-dried tomatoes. Will add like a nice flavor to it. It just adds a little bit something more than just plainness. You could add Worcester sauce. You could add and a little bit of soy sauce or tamari as well if you don't have miso paste. It's just like building layers to your vegetables just to make sure you actually get some good flavor in there. So I'm gonna use about a teaspoon. So this is the base of our spag bowl complete. I'm gonna let this cook. As we know, with using tinned tomatoes or jarred tomatoes, they can be quite acidic. So if you let them cook, simmer on a low heat, then we can reduce some of the acidity. Some of the sweetness is gonna come out. We'll let the flavors combine just a little bit longer. Pop the lid on. And then at the last stage, we're gonna add in some vegan mince, probably add in a little bit of pasta water, which is gonna make it a little bit thicker and catch some of the starch from the pasta, put it in the bolognese, and it's all gonna come together. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the finished product when I make it for everyone's dinner, and everyone's gonna love it. So the texture's super interesting. It seems to have all defrosted, so now I'm just gonna mix it in with the sauce, and hopefully it doesn't ruin the sauce. I'm so skeptical about using these kind of products. In fact, I've never used this before because I normally always do lentils and vegetables. So this is a test. So I'm a little bit nervous that when I go to edit this, I'm gonna have forgotten to do an outro. So in case I forget to do an outro to my video, here's a premeditated outro. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed the recipe, especially the recipe from my book, and hanging out with me for the day. And thank you for all the people who messaged me about the news that I shared. I was absolutely overwhelmed by the positive response. It was like incredible. Like, I'm just, thank you so much. I hope everyone stays healthy and safe during this crazy time. I'm sending lots of love to everyone watching, and I don't know what I'll film next week. I don't know. We're gonna take it day by day, step by step. I didn't film last week just because I don't know. Creating YouTube videos, you have to be in like a good headspace, and I'm not that much in control of my hormones right now, so they are a little bit more sporadic than usual. But yeah, I'll be back next week filming something. You know what? Suggestions. What would you guys like to see on my channel? What kind of videos? Obviously, I'm going to do like vegan baby food eventually, but we've still got quite a while till we get there. So until then, let me know what you guys want to see. Please give this video a thumbs up. Every thumbs up really helps me out. Every subscribe, every comment. I love hearing from you guys. It's like the community. So yeah, okay, bye. You seem bare close, cuz. Why are you so close to me all the time?
Why can't I be close to you, Rachel?
Dude,